Hello, everybody. I hope today is turning out to be one of your best ever, and I certainly enjoy the opportunity that we have to chat. And so, what do we want to talk about today? What are one of the key points that I want to make as I take up 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of your time? Because I think time is precious. And we all have the same amount of time, as Benjamin Franklin quoted. How we spend it is what makes the day productive and fruitful or not. And so that's what we want to do in our few minutes together. Well, as we either start a class, end a class, start a job, end a job, start a life, end a job, end a life, one thing we want to do is, I think, is to have some kind of controlling purposes, controlling, I call them philosophies, guiding thoughts that you can refer to on a daily basis that will help provide the focus for your life. All day, we're presented with many different questions, problems, crises, some large, some small, some significant, some insignificant, but we're presented with many different instances that require our decisions. The decisions could be as easy as what lunch we want to have, or who are we going to hire. So the magnitude on a scale can be from one extreme to the other. And so as we go about our day, oftentimes having to make decisions under uncertainty, maybe indifference, lack of time, lack of commitment, even lack of caring. In some cases, some decisions we make, we're less invested than others. But what is important is, as these decisions are required of us on a daily basis, that we have some foundation to rely upon to make those decisions. Often when we just don't have the time to really research, debate, and determine what we should do. And so this is what I call the philosophies. And my hope is, as you go forward in this class and after this class, that you determine your own philosophies, those things that you stand on, those things that you would never consider compromising. And therefore, these are the guiding coalitions, the guiding philosophies of which you will live your life. Philosophy means the love of wisdom. And so you may know some of mine, but the philosophies that I rely upon to make the key decisions, and even sometimes the insignificant decisions on a daily basis for me, is always look for the good along the road of life. I always believe that there is good, and only if you look at it. So if you have a positivity within your psyche, it really does change the way that you think about your problems on a daily basis. You know, there's an inherent good no matter where you are, who you meet, what you see. And I think that's an important thought. The second is that the fear of failure and the fear of what other people think has destroyed the ambitions of most men and women. I really don't care too much what other people think. You can live your life or their life, and you have to make that choice. I do believe that you're rarely going to find happiness living somebody else's life. It's their life, let them live their own. You have a chance to live yours, which really follows into the third one, which is you can control the way you live your life. You can't control the way others judge your life. And it's always been one of my favorite, especially when you have kids and people say or do things to them and they may become upset about that. And why did they say that? I thought they were my friends. And you just have to realize that, hey, you really can control the way you live your life. You just can't control the way others judge your life or view your life. And once you realize that what you can control, you can change and you can influence, then you realize the others you just can't. And there's no worries thinking about it. The last thing I say is a quote that I came up with some time ago, which is, and I'll read it. Failure is often the consequence of daring to touch the stars, but on those few occasions when the stars are touched, the world brightens by their luster. Which means try to do something. And if you fail, there really is no negative aspect to failure. Because if you don't fear it, and you don't fear what people think, you will never view something as a failure again. That word will simply not exist. Everybody, I hope you make a great day. Certainly always look for the good. Take care.